A Sunday meeting here at Bangalore. The DIEN plate is the first race coming up. We start with the first runner here and now. Did not complete the course. Constantinople was the winner. Kindly look at the draw number 6, where took the jump and dislodged the rider quickly after the start. 2 will be Ice Speed, was the eventual winner in this race. Was Ice Speed the grey? You cannot miss it. It was being produced almost 6 wide off the fence. Was Ice Speed came and went past the front runner and won in style on this occasion. Is Ice Speed winning by a margin of 3 1/4 lengths for Tungsten Crossnose Band, rated at 31. Is number 2 Ice Speed. 3 will be Santiago, who ran 5th. Prince Charmer was the winner. Race number 23 over that mile trip, and Prince Charmer was the one who came and eventually won, whereas Santiago was in that 3rd position and eventually ended up finishing on 6th on the outing. As Santiago's from Tungsten Crossnose Band pacifier blinkers, rated at 28. Four will be Proud Prince, who ran 3rd, and Talma was the winner. This is over that mile trip. Race number 50 is the one which is in question, and Proud Prince having finished at 3rd on both occasions this summer. Is Proud Prince is out of Chevalier, out of Prominence is Proud Prince. Natalma was the eventual winner in this race, rated at 24 on blinkers and tongue strap. 5 will be Granada. Well, Granada is the one is out of King Dhaka, out of Whisper City is number 5, Granada. Well, gracing the wrong end of the field, almost 3rd last, in fact, as Granada, and ended up finishing on there itself. In Citatus was the winner, rated at 21 is number 5, Granada. 6 will be Extremely Dangerous. That's the next runner coming up for scrutiny. Extremely Dangerous ran 8th. The Track Striker was the winner, ran a forward race and fell back gradually, with Track Striker the eventual winner. And this was over that 1800-meter trip. Both these runners are making the run simultaneously. Track Striker was the one who quickened all the all-important end, whereas Extremely Dangerous gradually faded out the scene after being very prominent. Faded out is Extremely Dangerous for Tongue Stop, rated at 17. Track Striker sporting blinkers. Tongue Stop rubber bit, rated at 17 is Track Striker. Previously twice 3rd and eventually winner of this race is Track Striker. Ekalavya ran 2nd. The His Majesty plate distance is 1200 for maiden horses. 3 was Lundy Brothers in Arms, who ran 4th. Well Connected was the winner. Being produced on the outside was Well Connected, and Brothers in Arms eventually was the one who ran a forward race. We also have a look at the other run in this race, is Song and Dance. Well, Song and Dance ran 12th out of 12 runners. Last in the starting, Royal Gladiator de Vandaluz is putting Crossnose Band is Song and Dance. Brothers on Arms was the one who ended up finishing on 4th on this outing. Well Connected romped on in fine fashion on that occasion. Is Brothers in Arms. With Well Connected and Brothers in Arms ran 4th. This one tongue stop, rated at 33. Number 2 will be Desert Combat. Desert Combat ran 5th. Corona del Corsa was the winner of this race, and Abira ran 2nd, was up there in front. Corona del Corsa was the eventual winner in this race, where Corona del Corsa quickened, and this horse Abira was the one, given a couple of backhanders, could only finish on 2nd, and the other runner, Desert Combat, came and finished on 5th, ran in that pack bunch for most part of the journey, and then ended up finishing on 5th on this outing. Slightly veered out of the straight course was Desert Combat, and finished on 5th is for the Crossnose Band, whereas Abira was the ones from Tongue Strap and Crossnose Band. 3 will be Mr. Humble. Mr. Humble ran 6th towards the rail side. 3rd last, in fact, is Mr. Humble is out of Green Coast, out of Aunt Dottie is number 3, Mr. Humble, and ran in that mid-pack 6th out of 10 runners. Electra was the winner, and this is race number 171, Bangalore Winter. 5 will be A Force 1. Air Force One finished 3rd. Exclusive Mandate was the winner. This horse ran a forward race, was Air Force One. Waiting to pounce on the front runner was Exclusive Mandate. Took out the running and then won by a margin of 3 1/4 lengths, whereas Air Force One did the running for most part of the journey and ran 3rd on this occasion as Air Force One. 7 will be Erica. Erica finished 5th. Mega Icon was the winner of this race, and almost 5th right throughout, in fact, and finished on there itself as Erica. Taza Home out of Vadebria as Erica, and ended up finishing on 5th right throughout. Mega Icon was the winner. 8 will be Orogenesis. Orogenesis ran 5th. Animal Queen is the winner. 6th for Most for Journey. Race number 1 is the one which is in question. And Orogenesis at the top class out of Drop the Pressure is Orogenesis ran 5th out of 10 runners. Animal Queen was the eventual winner in this race in this current summer run of Orogenesis. The third race is the ABOLINE Plate. The distance is 1100. Forces rated 15 to 35. We have a look at number 1, Anfia, who ran 9th. Castaway was the winner of this race, and Anfia was the one who was in that pack bunch with a bit of high action and ended up eventually finishing on 9th. Previously was a winner in his last outing, but then this run did not show that form and ran 9th out of 12 runners. Is Anfia. Castaway was the winner for Tungsta Crossnose Band, rated at 35. 2 will be Mischief Flyer. Mischief Flyer was being produced the widest of all and ran 12th on this outing. Mahanati was the winner. Number 3, Hard to Remember, ran 11th on this outing. The one ahead was Hard to Remember. Both these runners come up for scrutiny. Let's have a look at Mischief Flyer's credential. Ran a poor race, finishing on 12th out of 12 runners. Last in this outing, rated at 30, is Mischief Flyer. Hard to Remember on this occasion. Ran 11th out of 12 runners. Just beat one home in this race. Mahanati winning it quite convincingly. 1 1/4 lengths was divided between the first 2 runners, and Hard to Remember ended up 11th, rated at 28 is Hard to Remember. 4 will be Moraine Gabriella. Moraine Gabriella finished third. Pink Smile was the winner of this race. Being introduced almost 6 wide of the fence was Moraine Gabriella. Was catching up with the front runner Pink Smile, where had a sizable lead, and Moraine Gabriella did run into the money, finishing on third. The almost 3.5 runs separating the first 3 runners. Pink Smile, the winner, previously fourth in his previous outing, is Moraine Gabriella's tongue stop, rated at 28. 5 will be Andhra King, who ran 7th. Tia Rico was the winner. Angling for his run towards the rail side was Andhra King. Is that of Stern Opinion out of Woodchick is number 5, Andhra King, and ran 7th out of 12 runners is Andhra King's von Blinker's tongue stop, rated at 27 is number 5, Andhra King. 6 will be Azim Ki Princess. Azim Ki Princess ran 6th. Camila was the winner of this race, and Azim Ki Princess was the one who was being produced about 4 wide off the fence, very tenderly handled, and out for an airing, in fact, is Azim Ki Princess, and finished on 6th out of 9 runners. Camila was the winner from Blinker's tongue stop, rated at 27 is out of Dancing Forever out of Modern Art is number 6, Azim Ki Princess. Late Tinderella. 7 will be She's Superb was the eventual winner in this race, was She's Superb. Race number 15 is the one which we look at. Curl with Pearl was in that 5th position and ran ultimately 6th is Girl with Pearl. But let's have a look at She's Superb, who won by a margin of 2 lengths, in fact, beating Aero Speed is She's Superb. Is out of West Virginia, out of Timeless Memories from Tungsta Brevity, bit rated at 28 is She's Superb. Whereas the other runner in this race is Girl with Pearl. Ran a poor race on this occasion is Girl with Pearl from Blinker's tongue stop, rated at 18 is number 9, Girl with Pearl. The next runner will be number 8, Industrialist, who finished on 7th on the starting is Industrialist, a win legend out of Tycoon Girl. He is Industrialist, almost in that mid-pack was Industrialist, and ran 7th. The second behind Tudor Touch Your Destiny in his previous outing in race number 7. But this run ran a poor race, finishing 7th out of 11 runners. Starman, the winner, but Tungsta Crossnose Band, rated at 25. The 4th race is the Division 1 of the Mystic Memory Plate. Welcome back to the Mystic Memory Plate Division 1. Handicap for Indian horses rated 30 to 50. Start off with number 1, Baymax, who ran 3rd. War Hero was the winner of this race. Race number 200 is the one which is in question. Winter run looking at. Baymax did all the running right until the final 100 meters and then finished on 3rd on this outing. Was a winner in his previous outing and subsequently ran 2nd. And in this run ran 3rd is Baymax. War Hero, the winners for Crossnose Band, hanging bet rated at 48. 2 will be Maybe Forever, ran 6th. Maneuver Rose was the winner. Race number 26, the one which is we are looking at, and Maybe Forever just given a tap or so with a bit of high action out there, and Maybe Forever fell back and ended up finishing on 6th out of 10 runners, rated at 47 for Tungstop and Weiser. Previously winner in winter is Maybe Forever. 3 will be Zar. Zar was the one who ran 9th. Alpha was the winner of this race. This was won by a comfortable margin was Alpha, with Alberetta was the one who just bridging the gap on every stride, whereas Zar finished on ending up in that back bunch was Zar. After running a very forward race, fell back gradually to end up in that back bunch was Zar. Is out of Tariq out of Tiddly Widdly, rated at 47 is number 3, Zar. 4 will be Air Command. A Command ran fifth. Spirituous was the winner of this race. Left well drew away from the field was Spirituous to win comfortable 10. Amazonite was the run, ran a forward race and finished on 7th on the starting. But let's have a look at Air Command's credential. Air Command was the one finished on ending up in that back bunch is a Command after running a forward race. The couple of horses flashing onto the scene, and Spirituous was the one who drew away from the field, and A Command ended up in that mid-pack from Crossman's band rated at 46, whereas the other runner in this race we have a look at is Amazonite ran a forward race and ran 7th out of 12 runners. Blinkers Tungster Crossman's band rated 39. 5 will be Beyond Reach. Beyond Reach ran 8th. Aeolus was the winner of this race, and Beyond Reach was the one there you can see on the top of your screen ending up in that back bunch was Beyond Reach, and finished on ending up 8th out of 9 runners, in fact, as Beyond Reach. Just sporting basket bet eye patch hood rated at 44 is number 5 Beyond Reach. 6 will be Decisive. Decisive finished 6th. Striking Grey was the winner of this race, and Decisive was up there in that fighting line as a Decisive, whereas Striking Grey left the field absolutely standing at the all-important end, and Decisive was the one who ended up finishing on in that mid-pack is Decisive rated at 44 is number 6 Decisive. Is out of Beckett out of Repeat is number 6 Decisive. 7 will be Benediction. Benediction ran 6th. The Secret Superstar was the winner of this race, almost 6th for at the stage, and finished on there itself was a winner in his last starting. In fact, winner of 2 races and 1 second in winter is Benediction, and in this occasion ran 6th is Benediction. One tongue strap put pacifiers rated at 43 is number 7 Benediction, the winner being Secret Superstar. 8 will be Mahanati. Mahanati was the eventual winner in this race is Mahanati. Well, it's been wrongly spelled, but I'll go through the motions with Mahanati ending up as the eventual winner in this race and came and beat Starry Grad by a margin of 1 3/4 lengths. One from the word go and one holding on to win by a margin of 1 3/4 lengths from Crossnose band rate 43. 9 will be Sahara. Sahara finished on 2nd. Starman was the winner. Well, Sahara had that lead about 2 in front at this point of time, and Starman was the one who sprouted a pair of wings to come and beat Sahara by a margin of half a length, and Sahara lives to fight another day. It's from Tungstop Crossnose band hood rated at 41. And 11 will be Propine, who ran 8th. The Standout was the winner of this race, and Propine was the one given a couple of tacks or tap or so, and Standout was the one who eventually won, whereas Propine finished on in that back bunch rated at 37. From Blinkers and Tongue Strap is number 11 Propine. The Mayor's Cup is the 5th race. The distance is 1600 meters. We start off with number 1 Automatic, who ran 5th. She's My Script was the winner of this race, who's been produced almost 6 wide off the fence was She's My Script, and Automatic was the one. This horse ended up eventually running 5th out of 6 runners, in fact, as Automatic, and ended up in that there you can see the double top of your screen sporting that orange cap, ended up finishing on 5th on the starting. 5th out of 8 runners is Automatic. Tungster Crossnose band rated at. Number 2 will be Fabulous, who ran 8th. Isn't She Lovely was the winner of this race. Number 3, Lauren Dine. This is another runner which is coming up for scrutiny, who ran 2nd on the starting is Lauren Dine. Well up there in front and finished on 2nd. Isn't She Lovely the winner? We also have a look at Magistero, was right on the haunches and finished on 3rd on this occasion is Magistero. Coming up next will be 9 Punjabi Girl, who ran 7th on the starting, was in that last position, and Point to Prove was well up with the first 4 runners and ran 9th on the starting, with New Moon finishing on 4th on this occasion is New Moon, well up in that first of 4 runners. Let's have a look at Fabulous. This horse ran a very poor race, finishing 8th on the startings from Tungster Crosses band at 79. Lauren Dine was the one who ran 2nd, just about 1.5 lengths separating the first 2 runners from Tungster rated at 78. Magistero was the one who ran 3rd on the starting, right behind the haunches, and then ran 3rd on the startings, rated at 78. We also have a look at the next 2 runners coming up for scrutiny in this race is Punjabi Girl. Punjabi Girl was the one who ran a very backward race, 7th on the starting. Point to Prove, after running a forward race, fell back to run 9th, and New Moon was the one who ran 4th as from Tongue Stop, rated at 66. 6 will be the Lieutenant. Well, the Lieutenant was the one who ended up finishing on 5th on the starting, with Baskadar having been withdrawn in this race. Let's have a look at the Lieutenant. Lieutenant was the one who ran 5th on the starting. Started off his campaign with eighth on the first starting with seventh in the subsequent outing, and in this run ran fifth out of 8 runners. PN Punjabi Girl, but tongue strap basket bit rated at 70 here. 5 is number 6, the lieutenant. And Psychic Force, who comes up next, who ran 11th on the starting. Adjudicate was the one who came and with a rattle on the outside to come and eventually notch up this win. This is the invitation race you're looking at, where Adjudicate came and won on this occasion, and Psychic Force ran 11th on the startings. From tongue strap basket bit rated at 75 is the Psychic Force. Number 10 will be Mr. Handsome, but seeking been withdrawn. Mr. Handsome ran fourth. Royal Scepter was the winner of this race. Royal Scepter left the field absolutely standing on this occasion, whereas this horse, Mr. Handsome, could only come and finish on fourth on the starting. Fourth out of 9 runners in race number 201 you're looking at in the winter season is Mr. Handsome. The sixth race is the KRISHNARAJA WADIYAR Cup. Distance is 1600, 4 years old only, and one will be Prevalent Force, who ran second. Cavallo Veloci was the winner of this race. The horse which ended up finishing on second is the Chennara, and you're looking at where placed third by the judge, awarded second place due to objection, and Prevalent Force ran ultimately second, rated at 116 is Prevalent Force. 2 will be Star Superior. Star Superior ran third. Adjudicator was the winner of this race, and Star Superior was the one who had that lovely run in between runners, and eventually finished on third on the starting as Star Superior. Adjudicator was the one who put in that gallop on the outside to come and notch up this victory, rated at 102 from tongue strap basket, but is number 2, Star Superior. 3 will be Dancing Dragon. Let's have a look at Dancing Dragon, who ran fourth. KRISHNARAJA was the winner. Race number 116, Pune run you're looking at of Dancing Dragon, was in that fifth position and ultimately ended up finishing on fourth as Dancing Dragon over the 2,800 meter trip. KRISHNARAJA was the winner from tongue strap, rated at 102. 4 will be Big Sir. Big Sir and sixth, the New England was the winner of this race. This is now the Mumbai run you're looking at, race number 130 of the Mumbai run you're looking at, where Big Sir, after winning in Bangalore, ended up finishing on sixth in Mumbai behind New England was the Big Sir, rated at 101 is number 4 Big Sir. Is it a win legend of Validate is number 4 Big Sir. 5 will be Costa Brava. Costa Brava ran second. Mauritania was the winner of this race, and Costa Brava finished on second on the starting towards the rail side, battling it out. Both these runners got down to serious business, and ultimately it was Mauritania who emerged victorious, and Costa Brava did run a mighty race, almost 3/4 separating the first 2 runners, putting tongue strap rated at 100. And this is the invitation weekend, where in the Super Mile, Costa Brava finished on second, and Mauritania the winners from tongue strap, rated at 100. 6 will be Watch My Script, who finished 9th. Sacred Roman was the winner of this race. Yet another Hyderabad run. Sacred Roman was the one who eventually won by a margin of 4 lengths, whereas Watch My Script finished on in that back bunch in the Stayers Cup. Rated at 101 is number 6, Watch My Script. Watch the Script out of Yas Marina is number 6, Watch My Script. 7 will be Corybantic. Corybantic ran 10th. Isn't She Lovely was the winner of this race, and Corybantic was the one who was towards the rail side, was Corybantic, and ran ending up 10th out of 11 runners. Just beat one home in this race is Corybantic. Previously third being Big Sir, and in this occasion in Bangalore Summer Run, Isn't She Lovely was the winner, and Corybantic ran 10th in race number 18. From Blinkers Tongue Strap, rated at 70 is number 7, Corybantic. We hop on to the next runner, is number 8, Merlot. Merlot was the barn who ran third. Arabia was the winner of this race, well up at the first 4 runners. In fact, was Merlot, and Arabia was the one who managed to win by a margin of 1 3/4 lengths, whereas Merlot was the one who ran third on this occasion in this race. In race number 13, you're looking at of the current summer run, from tongue strap, rated at 79 is number 8, Merlot. The seventh race is the XISCA plate. Distance is 1100. We have a look at number 1, Emerald Green, who ran 8th. Camila was the winner of this race. Well, last, in fact, is Emerald Green, and Camila came and notched up this win of 1.5 length, whereas Emerald Green finished on ending up 8th out of 9 runners. Just beat one home in this race. When cross nose band, rated at 18 is number 1, Emerald Green. 2 will be Lady Diana. Lady Diana comes up next, who finished on 9th. High Admiral was the winner of this race. Let's have a look at Lady Diana's credential. Well, in that pack bunch was Lady Diana. Given a tap or so, but the response was none with Lady Diana, and finished on ending up 9th out of 12 runners is Lady Diana. Almost 9th right throughout was Lady Diana. Total calorie rate of welcome back. Tongue stop rated at 18 is number 2, Lady Diana. 3 will be My Lexicon. My Lexicon ran 8th. The Kashmir was the winner of this race. Traveled out wide was My Lexicon. Savisa, on the other hand, was in between runners and finished on 9th. Up there in that front bunch was Savisa. But let's look at My Lexicon. Ran 8th out of 10 runners. Spun blinkers, tongue stuck crosses band rated at 18. Savisa, on the other hand, finished on ending up 9th out of 10 runners. Rated at 18. Spun tongue stop and crossnose band is number 4, Savisa. Royal Gladiator to Southern Goddess is number 4, Savisa. 5 will be Bravado. Bravado ran 8th. Ultimate Par was the winner of this race, and Bravado was the one was in that back bunch. Was Bravado had that free opening, and this horse ended up finishing on in that back bunch. 8th out of 12 runners is Bravado. What's the script out of Mutually Mine is number 5, Bravado, and ended up 5th in his pre starting by Lofty Thoughts, but hasn't done anything much of note. Hasn't featured in the money is Bravado. Blinkers rated at 17 is number 5, Bravado. 6 will be Aerospeed. Aerospeed ran 2nd. She's superb, was the winner of this race. And Aerospeed in that 2nd position. Premier Premises was in that pack bunch, ran 11th. Both these runners come up for scrutiny, with joining up on the outside was Odyssey, who ran 8th. Let's have a look at the first runner coming up will be Aerospeed. Aerospeed was the one who ran 2nd on the starting, chasing the front runner. She's superb and could only finish on 2nd, 2 lengths behind the winner, rated at 15 as Aerospeed. We also have a look at Premier Premises. Ran a very poor race, finishing 11th out of 11 runners after running 9th. Drop back gradually is Premier Premises, putting crossnose band rated at 14. And Odyssey was alongside and finished on ending up 9th on the starting as Odyssey's one tongue stop rated at 11. 7 will be Global Ruler. Global Ruler is another runner which hasn't shown any semblance of form as Global Ruler. There are CP West out of San Francisco girl and finished on 9th out of 10 runners, just beating one home in this race. 2nd for most for a journey. Drop back gradually. Constantinople was the eventual winner, rated at 14 is Global Ruler. 10 will be Phoenix Reached. Phoenix Reached ran 7th. Amazing Angel was the winner of this race, and Phoenix Reached towards the rail side, faded out in fact as Phoenix Reached after running a forward race. 2nd for most for the journey, dropped out of contention and ran 7th out of 9 runners is Phoenix Reached, putting crossnose band rated at 8 is number 10 Phoenix Reached. 11 will be High Hawk. That's the next runner coming up in the 7th race. Will be High Hawk is out of Hurricane State. Out of the big fight is a High Hawk. This is another runner which was up there in front, race number 36, where the winner was Zafrina, and High Hawk on this occasion ran 4th on the sorting. After running a forward race, dropped out and ran 4th on this occasion is High Hawk, rated at 7th, putting crossnose band side chickpeas food is number 11 High Hawk. The last race coming up, the running of the Mystic Memory Plate Division 2, distance 1200, fastest rated 30 to 54 is old and over. We have a look at number 1, Spanish Beauty was the eventual winner in this race. Well, Spanish Beauty was the one up there in front, had that sizable lead and then extended the margin and won by a margin of 7 lengths, in fact, as a Spanish Beauty at this end. But in a proof out of C. Senora, Spanish Beauty won very well on this occasion. From tongue stock crossnose band rated at 43. 2 will be Wings of Desire. Wings of Desire and 3rd. Spirituous was the winner of this race, and Wings of Desire was down the center. Panama, on the other hand, was in that back bunch, ran 9th. Spirituous was the winner. Romantic Helen was in the center and finished on 10th in this outing. Well, let's have a look at Wings of Desire's credential. Wings of Desire and 3rd out of 12 runners, being Spirituous from tongue stock crossnose band hood rated at 42 is Wings of Desire. Panama, on the other hand, ran that back punch and never recovered. This one tongue stock crossnose band rated at 40 is Panama. The winner was Spirituous. And we also have a look at Romantic Helen, in fact, and Romantic Helen finished 10th out of 12 runners, just be 2 home, rebuttal out of Caracia, putting pacifier blinkers rated at 38. 3 will be Multifaceted, who ran third. She's My Script was the winner, led the field for most part of the journey, and then ultimately ran third on the sorting is Multifaceted, and drop back, whereas She's My Script quickened well to win by a margin of 3 and 3/4 of length. Multifaceted ran third. Winner in his opening outing, 12th in the Derby, behind the Invader, and in this occasion, third from Tongue Stop rated at 41. 5 will be Florencia, who ran 12th. The standout is the winner of this race, and Raw Gold finished on 10th on the starting. Number 7 in the card is Raw Gold, with the number 10, Bold Move, finished on third, up there in front, second at the stage, and eventually ran third. Well, let's have a look at Florencia's credential. Well, as at 2 outings, 10th on the first starting, be an Alpha, and in this occasion, 12th being standards from Tongue Stop, rated at 39 is Florencia, whereas Raw Gold on this occasion ran 10th out of 12 runners, previously 11th behind Ambrosio, and in this occasion, 10th being standout, rated at 38 is Raw Gold. And we also have a look at Bold Move, who after running a forward race ended up finishing on second out of 12 runners as Tungsta Crosses Band, rated at 35 is number 10, Bold Move. 6 will be Silken Striker, who finished on 5th. Maybe Forever was the winner of this race, and Silken Striker, that of Sussex, that of Flying Rani, came in from that mid-pack to weave through in between runners, and Silken Striker finished on 5th on the starting as Silken Striker with a lot of traffic problems. Silken Striker ended up finishing on 5th on the starting, rated at 39 from Blinkers and Tongue Strap to Silken Striker. Well, we move on to the next runner. That's number 9, Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna ran 8th. Alpha was the winner of this race, and Nagarjuna had that free run down the center, whereas the winner was Alpha, who won very impressively. Alberetta finishing on second, whereas Nagarjuna on the starting ended up in that mid-pack and finished on ending up 6th out of 11 runners, rated at 37. The next one we go across to will be number 11, Kingsfield. Kingsfield was the one who ran 12th. Summer Palace was the winner of this race, and Kingsfield was last. In fact, although given a couple of backhanders, but the response was none with Kingsfield. Is it of Netways, it of Karasia is number 11, Kingsfield, who's had 3 outings. All his 3 runs are disappointing in winter, rated at 36 is number 11, Kingsfield. Summer Palace was the winner of this race. The last runner for the day will be number 12, Dagobert. Dagobert ran 5th. The Brooklyn Supreme was the winner of this race, and Dagobert was the one who has been produced the widest of all, was Dagobert, and ended up finishing on 5th out of 11 runners, 5th right throughout, in fact, and ended up finishing on there. It's previously ran 5th being Call Me Maybe, and in this occasion, 5th out of 11 runners behind Brooklyn Supreme is Dagobert. From Tungsta Crosses Band, rated at 33. So that's when the preview of today's races. We'll join you next week. Until then, thank you from all of us from the CCTV Dome.